Good morning. Happy New Year. This is the first official vlog of 2022. Some of you guys who have been following me know that I started a YouTube back in the middle of last year, and then I was going at it consistently, and then all of a sudden I just dropped off and I stopped posting for a while. So I'll spend some time talking about like what happened and give a little bit more insight about my journey in the back half of 2021. And another thing that I'm doing right now is I'm filming this on my iPhone, is on the cinematic feature. I think one of the biggest struggles that I had when it comes to filming YouTube videos was just the camera production, the setup, and having to carry the camera around and really learning the different angles and learning the different lenses and just the process that it involved. And I think over time, if someone that is trying to start up on a YouTube channel, it can be intimidating, can be challenging. So I actually made a commitment to myself that I need to get back into YouTube beginning in January, and it is January. And then I was trying to think about when the perfect time to film my first YouTube video for this year. And I started getting a little stressed out. So then I was like, you know what? Let's just put this on camera and just see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. Maybe that would give you more confidence to actually get more organized and set up to start my YouTube channel back up. So I'm going to share about what's going on through my day, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about like what happened at the end of 2021, and then we'll see what happens. So I am about to go get a haircut shortly, but first thing first, I gotta let my dog out. Arch, where you at? Arch, say hi. Speak. Speak. Good boy. Good boy. So yeah, I'm about to take him on a walk right now. I typically make breakfast in the morning, but I kind of slept in today, and I know that I told myself this year I need to be better about sleeping, and I ended up going to bed like really late last night, so I told myself I gotta sleep in a little bit just because I need as much sleep as I can to stay sane and to stay healthy, because I have been taking training very seriously, and I have a competition next week, and so I told myself I need to make sure I'm getting the right amount of sleep. So if I stay up late, I kind of have to sleep in. But when I stayed up late, I made sure I got all my projects done that I needed to do for today so that I can have a little bit more of a late morning. So that being said, I have about 30 minutes to walk my dog, and then I can walk over to get my haircut. He's ready for his breakfast. Yeah, you are, huh, buddy? Yeah, you are. This elevator taking forever. Oh, okay. Geez, my hair is a mess. I made it safely And I think I'm on time, if not a minute late. Time to get this hair chopped off. I just got back to my office and I'm about to get some work done before I have to head out. But before I do that, I actually wanted to talk about what happened in 2021. And I was still active on social media, just I kind of dropped off on, YouTube. And so I think more importantly, in 2021, I definitely was struggling with trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And not in the sense of like what I studied, but just trying to figure out what my cadence was going to be, what my routine was going to be, how I wanted to show up on YouTube, what I wanted to do next, and what I'm going to do this year. And ultimately, when I was just producing content every week on YouTube before it got to the point where I ended up just dropping off and not saying anything, was it just started to feel more unnatural of me. And I wasn't sure that had to do with some internal battle that I'm just facing when it comes to like just like, I hate to be vulnerable on this, but feeling good enough. And I think it was a moment where I just kind of hit a wall and I wasn't sure like what I wanted to do. And I think it all kind of like started like around my birthday in September, and that's when I was just kind of had to take a step back and just really identify like what the root cause of like why I wasn't ever feeling like good enough. And I'm not trying to ask for no pity. I'm not trying to ask for like any kind of like empathy toward this. It just think this is just a natural cycle of life. It's where we're just gonna go on some highs and we're just gonna go on some lows, and we just need to figure out how to get through those lows, and we just need to figure out how to keep us on this upward trend of becoming our best version. And so then like that's what ended up, me taking that break. I started focusing more on like TikTok content. And then I started just kind of just cruising by, because as I was still trying to figure out, and as I still was trying to, face those internal battles within myself, still had clients to take care of. Like my digital marketing agency, To Aspire, started taking off, and truly grateful for my clients, truly grateful for their support and their ongoing satisfaction with my services. So I started having to just really just focus on just trying to get that business up and running. And I think one of the most hardest things that I had to do with To Aspire is figuring out how to scale and figuring out how to like identify like processes and procedures. Because like when it comes to like building out content strategy, when it comes to figuring out like producing content and executing, it does take a lot of time. And like it takes a lot of time even like making YouTube videos. And so I really had to figure out like a process and a rhythm going. And to be honest, to this day, I kind of have somewhat of a heartbeat when it comes to my process and procedure for To Aspire, and I'm continuing to refine it. And I think it's coming down to the wire where like I'm ready at the point to start to, bring on a team and just figure out how to navigate this together. And so I think it was a big learning opportunity toward the back half of 2021. Truly grateful for all the experiences that have led up to this point, and I'm excited to see where To Aspire is going to be later this year. I'm going to continue cultivating it, going to continue to kind of focus on other initiatives to kind of help work on my personal brand as well too, and really get more of a cadence with YouTube. And I think when it comes to YouTube, it's really like you have to understand it to be able to be a part of it. I guess it just applies to every single platform. But I think more importantly, you have to really know exactly how YouTube works, or like how TikTok works. And I think that the beauty of like the field that I'm in is that I get to learn about these opportunities and these platforms and how to leverage it to help benefit my client, help benefit myself, and to share any kind of wealth and knowledge when it comes to these things. So that was pretty much 2021 in a nutshell. I think I need to like remind myself and give myself more grace. And I think that applies to you guys too. I think we tend to really put ourselves on this pedestal and we think about like, oh, this is where I need to be. And those are great goals to have, but I think we have to remember we're only human. We're not only going through a pandemic, we're going through a lot of cultural society change. We're trying to better understand and learn more about people. I'm trying to just really focus on just being a better human being. And all of that in the sum of trying to live our day to day is a lot. And being able to prioritize and being able to focus on the things that matter to us the most while trying to become our best version does take time. And as we continue to navigate this year, as we continue to find new challenges in this year, it's gonna require a lot of us, and it's gonna a lot of us, a lot of like our efforts to really stay the course. And these internal battles that I face, I think I face them on a daily basis, and I think it's normal. And I think the most important thing you have to remind yourself is being compassionate to yourself and just remembering that you can do it and you can get through it. And if we don't give ourselves that grace, then we're going to continue down this negative slope, and it could do other things to us. It could cause us to do things that we don't want to do. So that was 2021 in a nutshell. And I'm sorry that I'm broad, but I think, that's a part of like my personal internal things. I mean, I think some of you guys can relate to the things that I faced. I think a lot of people have made some bold and life-changing moves in 2021, and figuring out how to navigate that is in itself, challenging. So I feel like now I'm starting to not make sense, so I'm gonna stop right there. So I am going to just get some work done. I do want to talk about like 2022 and like my perspective on like goals. But really quick, I do need to take care of something, and then we'll go from there. But more importantly, truly grateful for 2021. I think I'm ready for what 2022 brings. What up? I just finished up some work, heading out to get a sports massage from one of my coaches at the gym. I've been seeing him every month just to make sure that my body stays healthy, especially with the amount of volume of training that I typically do on a daily basis. I'm a firm believer that when you take care of your body and you do the right things when it comes to nutrition, recovery, strain, and you name it, your body will take care of you. So two-way relationship. But yeah, gonna head out there. It is currently 55 degrees right now. It's raining. Don't worry, I won't be vlogging and driving. But yeah, gonna get there, and then we'll see what we do next.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it.
Well, this sums up the end of my day. I think the biggest thing to really end on this note is how grateful I am for 2021 and all the exciting things I'm looking forward to in 2022. I think oftentimes we can get so caught up in the nuances of our day to day. We can get caught up in just focusing on trying to show up that we just sometimes tend to forget to give ourselves some grace. And I think that's one thing that 2021 has taught me is that we as human beings are going through so much in this world. We have a pandemic to deal with, cultural society changes, differences and opinions, and I think most importantly, like really having that mindset that is going to have more resilience when it comes to those kind of things and always trying to see the good in things. And I think that is one thing I'm really going to focus on in 2022. And that is not only trying to become my best version, but really just to inspire others on what they choose to do next, no matter what walk of life we come from, no matter what opinion that we may have. I think the most important thing is being a better human being. And that's one thing I'm really going to focus on this year. Continue cultivating my relationships and my networks. And most importantly, just doing things that I love and focusing on what really matters. So that is pretty much the end of this vlog. I think going forward, you are going to see more vlogs. But most importantly, I would love to hear from you on what kind of content or what kind of context you would like me to talk about in my upcoming vlogs. If it's more about my business, more about the day in the life and the things that you actually see when it comes to managing my digital marketing agency, or when I'm coaching, or when I'm hanging out with my dog. So please comment below on the kinds of things you would like to hear from me going forward. And next is, it would be greatly appreciated if you can follow me on my other social channels. I have TikTok and I have Instagram. And then, as you know, YouTube, please comment, like, subscribe. Would love to hear from you. And then I am going to be starting to activate my Discord channel and start building my community there. So there is a lot of things to look forward in 2022, and would love, to share and be as transparent as I can be on all my channels, and would love to hear what you have to say and be more open-minded to, the kinds of things that you want to hear from me. So then I'm going to end on this note. I think I'll have another video coming out next week. It's going to probably break down a little bit more about like just the kinds of things I deal with on a day-to-day basis when it comes to my business, and then just the kind of things that I think about when I'm dealing with my business and the kinds of things I guess worry about. And I think in 2022, I want to be more transparent about that. I want to be more open to talking about conversations that we go through on this day to day, and we may not have the right answer, and just hearing what my community has to say about it. And so I think this is gonna be, and most importantly, I want to be more consistent on YouTube. I definitely want to get this rhythm going, be more comfortable with posting more videos, and being able to have that confidence. And I think the more content that I continue to produce, the more I'll get better at it, and the more that I can grow, with you guys and whatever you guys have to say. So this year, I really want to make it all about you, and the kind of content I put will hope engage you or inspire you to do the things that you love and to live a life that you want to live, and to be able to surround yourself and cultivate all of your networks, and just really make it the best it can ever be while trying to become your best version. So that being said, good night. As you can see, my dog behind me, he's like starting to fall asleep to the sound of my voice, and I probably should start to kind of go to bed early, especially that's one of the things I've been really trying to be more disciplined about, is sleeping on time and waking up early. So have a great night. I'll see you next time.